Embrace the shadow.
Yo, how's everybody doing? It's your boy ZakkuRye coming at you again with another Dead or Alive video. So yeah, TheGamer dropped more Dead or Alive related articles, and this one's called 5 Best Costumes in the Series and 5 Worst, published by Anastasia Milot. Hopefully I said that right. So yeah guys, let's just jump into it. So I'm just gonna review their 5 best and 5 worst, and I'm gonna give my favorite best costumes and worst, so that way we have some perspective with these articles. So we have number 10, which is going to be Ayane. Best, Ayane's DOA 6 default costume. So that's pretty interesting. It reads, Ayane's default costumes have been quite bland over the years, with little to no changes to her design. It was about time the developers finally came up with something new, and we absolutely love this costume. Not only does she look like an absolute badass in the spin-off of a ninja assassin skin, it also has touches of her signature purple color. On top of that, the costume still has a cute vibe that remains a DOA trademark, but doesn't come off as overly revealing. So I actually like that costume. It was cool to see Ayane with a hoodie. Coming in at number 9, Zak. Worst, his legacy outfit. So I wouldn't say it's one of his worst costumes. Gives him personality. Even though he is a bit goofy, but I thought this costume was pretty cool. But let's see what they say. He says, while a costume might be popular due to how long of a way it has come, that doesn't spare it from proper criticism. Zak's wacky personality definitely justifies the skin, and it remains a favorite among fans for a reason. However, it definitely gets weirder the longer you look at it. From the neon colored mohawk to his teeny tiny vest. The costume is an oldie, coming all the way from the first installment of the game, which is why we gave it some mercy and placed it only as a 5th worst costume. So shout out to that costume. Coming in at number 8, best, Hayate's Red Shinobi. It says Hayate has a number of really good costumes, and his character design has been surprisingly consistent throughout the years and the different games. However, if we had to pick one costume that looks incredibly good on him, it would be his Red Shinobi one. All the details are simply there, and something about the color nails it for this costume. It's really unfortunate that it didn't make it into DOA 6 as it is, although his black shinobi robes with the red armor in the newest games are probably inspired by this. So yeah, I love that costume, really good. Number 7, worst, Tina's DOA 5 second default costume. Yeah, I really saw much Tina's use this costume, so pretty good pick there. It says Tina's known as a typical American fighter girl who loves wrestling and rock music. She's a badass, and no outfit will ever be without at least one American flag reference. While we get the general idea behind this attire, the execution is just a big no-no. Combining the shorts with such an awkward length with long boots is absolutely criminal and a fashion faux pas of the highest degree. Shorter boots and longer pants or vice versa would have really nailed the rest of this costume. Number 6, best, Helena's DOA 3 default. Helena, just like Isumi, is one of those iconic characters in the series that have been around for years. Nailing her look is one of the biggest challenges for the developers because of how central she is to the game. It was a really nice surprise and great fan service to see her DOA 3 default costume remade into a new version in Dead or Alive 6. Which looks just as good, if not even better. We especially love the off-shoulder look the new one has, and how her bow has more of a translucent, lacy look. Leon's DOA 5 Werewolf. There's a lot of very odd costumes in the DOA franchise, and to list them all would take forever. However, if there ever was a character that was massacred by a silly costume, then it's Leon. His 2014 Halloween attire turns him into a werewolf, but he looks so incredibly out of place. The design is just too tacky and simple, making him look like he put on a costume himself rather than turning into an actual werewolf, which would have been so much cooler. Not every costume has to be serious, of course, but this one is just a big meh. Number 4, obviously best, Hayabusa's legendary Black Falcon. Iconic costume. Don't even need to read what they wrote. It's just dope. Let's go on. Number 3, worst, Ayane Santa's helper. Wow, really? That's interesting. I wonder why they don't like this costume. Okay, it says while themed costumes are a fun idea to break things away from a super serious game, it's still important to ensure the characters actually look good in them. Frankly, Ayane just seems uncomfortable in her Santa's helper costume, and we're not exactly sure how to feel about it either. It's as though she's not the real character of the franchise, but a rendered version of a fan art that was submitted to the developers. Some variation in how the costume looks and fits could really salvage it and makes it less silly. That's very interesting. Number 2, best Kasumi's blue tunic. Now this is, in my opinion, Kasumi's best outfit. I love this. This is just so iconic. Yeah, it's just so legendary. Yeah, when you say Dead or Alive, the first thing that tends to come to mind is Kasumi, and more specifically her famous blue ninja tunic costume that has persisted throughout the games as one of her costumes. It has a similar vibe to Chun-Li from the Street Fighter, and she's equally as popular and iconic as Kasumi herself. While it's hard to pinpoint what makes this costume so amazing, there's no denying it deserves the crown as the best costume in the entire game series and fits Kasumi's design and character like a glove. Here we go. The worst costume in Dead or Alive is Christie's leather leotard. Damn. Now this is gonna piss off some Christie mains. This is interesting. It says the worst skin in the game is most likely considered the best by some, but we would argue otherwise. Christie is a bit of a femme fatale character, a ruthless assassin with a seductive flair. Therefore, this skin does not sort of make sense on her, but it simply leaves nothing up for guessing. Overly revealing and sexualized, it's hard to imagine a trained assassin wearing something like this to a fight and for them to be taken seriously. You know what, that's actually pretty true. If you guys actually know the character of Christie, she's a pretty serious assassin, you know, and yeah, she's very, you know, seductive and things like that, but I don't think that fits her, you know. But hey, that's just me, you know. I'll leave that to the Christie mains. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is a pretty interesting list by Anastasia Mylot. So make sure you go into TheGamer.com. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to get a more better read for yourself on this article. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Let me know what you guys think down below. And obviously for myself, I only have 2 costumes right now that I would love to see in the game that would be, you know, that's best and worst for me. This one here is a rendered version. As you guys can see, this one here is a colored theme for Hayabusa. It's a mod, but my god, that shit looks sick as fuck. Now, obviously the worst costume in the game is Dildo Zack. This shit just looks, oh my god. Yeah, this costume is just bad on so many levels, and the fact that, you know, they haven't really made a serious black male character, it's just, you know, I'm still waiting on one, you know, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, that'll about do it for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a sub. Let me know your best and worst costumes in the Dead or Alive series, and yeah, we'll just keep the train going.